Hey guys, how's it going? Webhub Sisinthi here. In this video, we are going to talk about a premium version of LinkedIn and probably the most powerful version of LinkedIn for any sales folks or founders out there, and that is Sales Navigator. LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Well, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, as I said, is a premium version of LinkedIn which basically lets you do almost unlimited iterations of everything that you want to do on LinkedIn, right? The reason why it is paid is because there almost are no restrictions unless you try to like overdo it in terms of being inhuman, or you try to do something which a regular human cannot do, like viewing 10,000 profiles a day. If not that, it's almost unlimited, right? So who Sales Navigator? For anybody who's looking to generate leads on LinkedIn, Sales Navigator is brilliant because it gives an extensive search options that is not available on a LinkedIn free version. It will let you search for almost every feature, every tag or feature out there with LinkedIn, which basically gets you core or the cream of leads based on the user persona you have, right? LinkedIn Sales Navigator is not cheap. It is expensive. It is around $80 outside India. In India, it's around 4,800, 5,000 bucks. So it's nowhere close to cheap. But if you're a business and you're looking for leads, one lead could cover your Sales Navigator cost for the next 1 year. So if you think about it that way, it's not expensive. But if you're someone who's willing to experiment, to try to understand how Sales Navigator works, it should be absolutely fine. You have something called as a free trial. You can check it out for 30 days. But in the coming few videos, I'm going to talk about how you can basically growth hack Sales Navigator in a way that it will deliver more results than it is capable of as of now. And also you should be able to pull in data for the next good 6 months with just 30 days of free trial. So if you're a team of two or three people, then you're good for 1.5 years, right? So for this demonstrations, I'll be using a friend's account. His name is Vinith. He has worked with me at Crazy Heads and Uber, and he has a premium LinkedIn Sales Navigator account. So I'll be using his account to demonstrate you the tools. Right. Once you tap on this is something that you can go to. That is linkedin.com/sales/search/people. This is basically the search for. I mean, this is basically the place where you can search for prospects using LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and this is where the power lies. Well, there are other things about LinkedIn Sales Navigator which I would like to quickly take you through. That is, once you choose the kind of leads, the kind of companies that you want, you basically can check out a feed just about them so that you have all the data, all the information updated about your specific lead. You can actually choose leads and tag them and save them as lists and so on and on and on. But this course is not for that. You can, once you take a 30-day LinkedIn Sales Navigator or any premium account, you get access to something called as LinkedIn Learning, where there are good courses talking about how you can potentially use every feature of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. But this video is not going to cover all those aspects, right? What I want to cover in this video is how you can use the LinkedIn Sales Navigator search to find your exact prospect clients. Right, before I get started, I would like to tell you something. That is, LinkedIn Sales Navigator has one drawback, that it only fetches up to 1,000 results per search, right? So you have to drill down to like very specific search so that all your results are within 1,000. Let me just show you what I mean, right? Just to quickly run you through options, you can see that there is something called as past lead and account activity. This is something valuable for people who've been using Sales Navigator for a while. Then there's geography, which is also available for the free version, where you can select countries, cities, anything you want, regions, anything you want. And then there's something called as relationships, that is first degree, second degree, third degree, or group members, the companies that they're currently working, and you can actually change here also to past, current, and past not current, right? You have multiple options. Sorry about that, that's my dog. Anyways, there's industries, that again, right, the kind of industries that you want to target. Company headcount, this is something which is super powerful, because if you're trying to aim smaller startups, then you might want to stick these gets handy, because these are the only ways that you can actually drill down to a startup, right? Because a bigger company will have 1,000, 5,000 employees, but a startup will probably have 11 to 50 or 1 to 10. Size of startup matters. Seniority level is again the kind of person you're trying to target. Is he a CXO? Is he a manager? Is he a director? Or is he an intern? right? You can almost do anything you want. In fact, there's an unpaid version too. I don't know how many of them tag themselves as unpaid on LinkedIn, but there is an option for that too, right? Now there is function, which function that you want to target. If you're looking for marketing, you want to looking for sales, and so on and on. And then you can look based on titles. That is, if you remember in one of the videos, I basically entered founder with a boolean search, founder or CEO or CMO. That is basically the title, and then there are tags right there. So if I click on view all these are present in a nice grid format, right? This is all you have to know. There are too many options, you can absolutely play with them. It is not rocket science. Once you read them, you get an idea of what they are doing. Okay, let's see, let's try to get leads. Let's say I'm a digital marketing company, or let's say I'm a let's say I'm a digital marketing company looking for leads for new startups. Obviously, when it's a small startup, they usually won't have a digital marketing team, so these could be my good prospect clients, right? Again, this could be good prospect clients, so let's try to drill them down, right? Let's say I'm looking for people at United States. I'll start with United States, or I'll possibly change this, but I'll tell you why. United States, I'm looking for people at United States. Once I do that, you see there are like there are like loads of like millions of results in here, obviously, right? Relationship is second degree connections, because I mean, if it's a person with first degree connection, then there's a good chance that I already know him, so I would say second and third degree connections. All right, so for this example, I'll just say second degree connection. Companies, I would leave it blank unless and until I want to drill down and target a specific company. Industry, I would again probably leave it, or I can say internet, so that I get like internet based startups, right? And then company headcount, since I want small startups, I would want 1 to 10. Self-employed, this could be an individual who's trying to run a startup, could be a nice target for me. And 11 to 50, right? 11 to 50 could be kind of a stretch, so I'll cut it down. Let's say 1 to 10 and self-employed guys, right? Seniority level, I don't really care, because these are small startups, so I don't really care. I might leave it as a blank, or I might say CXO or a director level person. Just for this example, I'll choose this. Function, probably I would like to change this to something like marketing, but again, the targeting that we're doing is very, very narrow. That is, we are targeting very small companies. So I mean, if you're targeting a single person who's running a startup, there's a good chance that he's doing everything, so the function doesn't matter. I would leave the title blank, tags blank. Let's see how are the results that we got. In United States, we have 537 results of people who are running startups, right? And are have a company which is up to 1 to 10 people, right? These could be my great prospects. Now let me do something, let me remove this, because as I said, they might not have put these things as filters again, right? You can see that there are 171 results. Now let me, all right, now there are more results, obviously. The reason being, guys, again, right, like, is a founder, like founder might be CEO, CMO, whatever. Since the kind of targeting that we are doing is 1 to 10, it should not matter. I would not probably put titles or anything like that, but this is a great set of audience for me, right? And the other things that you see is 962 is the total results, but this is something powerful. You see that 512 people have actually posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. So this set of audience is actually very, very how do I put it, active on LinkedIn, because they understand the importance of LinkedIn, right? Now, since we have gone drill down to like a lot of extent, that is why we got results which is like less than 1,000. Let me show you something else. Let's say I don't care the size of the company, I'm looking for CXOs, just for this example, right? And there could be a lot of, if you have a product which is like a which could be anything, let's say a support product or invoicing product or whatever it is, you might get a lot of people in this space. You see, I mean, you might say I don't really care about the industry, also everybody is my possible client. You see, the data that you see is 150,000 people. Now the problem with this is LinkedIn loads only up to 40 pages. That is only 1,000 contacts. So there's no way that you can use all this data. There's no way that LinkedIn is showing up all the data. So for that, what we basically do is drill down the geography to possibly a place rather than anything else. So I would say San Francisco Bay Area. Now, even with San Francisco Bay Area, there are a loads of results. So again, you might want to drill down. You might want to say, okay, let me cut my channel short and make multiple cohorts so that I get down to the number that I want. Let's say 1 to 10, 11 to 50, 50 to 100, 51 to 200, and 200 to 500 is what we want just for this list. right? You see there's still a lot of them. If you see a lot of leads in this space, all right, it still goes to 11,000 guys. That's a lot of numbers. So you might want to change this to getting in touch with a director. Let's see what happens with that. 1700 results. So you get an idea, right? You have to keep using these filters to an extent that you get to 1,000 results, right? So let's say I would say manager again. All right, we have 2,500. So let's cut this down to up to 200 people company, so that this became a search results for 2,000. Boom, they're still there. There's a lot of companies out there, right? All right, so when I say San Francisco, it gets to 1,300 people, right? I think this could be a nice search. This could be a nice amount of results. If you still want to drill it down, I might add the function, which is marketing, and it'll directly fall to a smaller number. There you go, 240. Now that you say, hey, I have a leeway of adding more, now I might want to add more people. Size of the company, increase the size of the company, right? All right, I'm adding more. Let's try to get this result to like 1,000 because that's the highest capacity. 497. Again, right, since I'm selling something called additional marketing, it makes more sense to get in touch with a marketing guy rather than anyone else. All right, so I use all of them now, but I'm only looking for people who are in marketing. So this is great set of results. 878 results is what we have, out of which 348 people have posted on LinkedIn, right? You can copy these URLs, and if you remember, we used Phantom Buster in the past videos to basically scrape data based on search export. So we can use something called as LinkedIn search export. So you can just copy these URLs and paste it on a CSV. So let's quickly do that. Alright guys, so I've just created a sheet, well, I'll call it sales navigator URLs, and then I'll post this. I'm sorry, I'll just copy this URL, boom, copied, pasted. Right, this is San Francisco, so I would possibly name it SFO. Right, again, right, I'm not really like following a format here. Now if I want more cities, since all these are my prospect clients, what I would say is, now that San Francisco is out of the way, I would say New York. You get the drill, right? Like you keep changing the cities. Now you have a list of results for all this. Now we have New York, which is 307, and you nicely have data based on the city, and you go on with this list with all the cities that you want. This is how you can use Sales Navigator to export and drill down to the exact prospect clients that you want. And this is the power of Sales Navigator, guys. In the coming few videos, I'll be talking about how you can use Sales Navigator and our super growth hacking tools to unleash your automation. All right, see you on the other side.